Hey guys, welcome back to Release the Craftin. Priscilla here with another day, another dollar, I guess. That's the saying. Another dollop, how about that, of Moths in the Scratic. Because today is day 17. The prompt is black and white. And if you are just now joining me, Moths in the Scratic is a scrap-busting ephemera making challenge hosted by me, Priscilla, here at Release the Craftin. So welcome. I have a playlist down below with all of the videos of people who have been participating, as well as the introduction video. If you missed that, it's never too late to jump in and bust some scraps, so check that out. I also have all of my relevant social medias in that description box. There's lots of cool things in there. You should check it out. I have a Patreon. And all that being said, we're jumping in. So those of you who have been joining me on this saga, how you feeling? You hanging in there? Yeah, so at this point in time, I am recording this voiceover literally 2 days before this video goes up, and I am a little bit concerned because I actually got sick this week and did not make any videos. So I have 2 days to make more videos, and then 2 more days where I will be off in order to catch up on making videos, so that I can hopefully get next week's videos done, because whoofty, 7 videos in one go is kind of a big deal, especially for ephemera making, because it takes forever. So I don't know what that means for the next couple of days. I have some ideas jotted down for what I want to do going forward, but who knows, like, what shape and form those things will take depending on how much time I have, and, you know, yada yada yada. At any rate, what I can say about this video is, again, I recorded this before I got sick, which was about 4 days ago, and honestly, I should have known better doing a challenge in January, because I always get sick in January. I don't know what it is, if it's like the shredding of the stress of the holidays, or whatever viral crud is going around. I actually don't have like any of the viral symptoms, which was fun, because by the time I went to the hospital to be like, hey, I think I'm dying, they were like, hey, we believe you, but you don't have any of the symptoms that tell us that you're dying, so go home. And I was like, cool. Which is just another day in the life of a chronic illness girly, honestly. So I actually feel better than I did 2 days ago, which is why I'm here doing this voiceover. I feel loads better, especially now that the anxiety of, hey, I might be dying has been dissipated, because they went, you're definitely not dying at this moment, but you probably just have like whatever is going around, but a tiny bit. And I went, oh, okay, cool. That doesn't actually answer or do anything for me. So all that being said, I do feel better, so do not worry about me. I am fine. I am just now dealing with the stress of having to catch up, which is what I will be doing once I finish doing this voiceover. So what you guys have been seeing me do is make splatter art for like forever. Did not realize it was this long. I should have edited this part down for sure. But we're just catching up here, so yeah, you know. So what happened here was that I had a very clear idea in my brain of what I wanted to make, and then the more I did this project, the vaguer that idea got, until I had to be like, do you even know what you're doing? And the answer was no. The answer was no. I had no idea what I wanted to do. What I ended up with is not the original idea that I had, because what happened is when I took that stencil off and I looked at the butterflies that I splatter painted, I was like, oh, this is cool, but I don't like it. I don't like it. And then I didn't want to waste the paper, because it's my scraps, and I don't want to waste the scraps, and I don't want to waste the time. So I was like, how do you salvage this? Because of course, as per my usual, if I make a mistake or something is not going out the way that I want it to go, I commit to the bit 100%. I double down. I put all bets on black, and I just go for it. And yeah. This is how we ended up here. So I had to like swivel and pivot in order to make this work in some kind of way, shape, or form. So I was like, okay, you have these ugly butterflies, ugly moths. They are moths. I did trace a moth. So you have these ugly moths. How do you make them not ugly? And the answer was layers. Because I will tell you guys, spoiler alert, by the end, I do like how these came out. But this part right here where we're looking at together, I hate this. Hate this with every fiber of my being. I'm also mad because this brochure paper that I have, this little folded up thing you saw me cut down, is like of a textured cardstock. It's not quite watercolor like level paper, but it has the same sort of texture as like a cold press watercolor paper, and it does not stamp well. So I was getting irritated with that as well. So I was already like a little bit like, it's not too late to just scrap this and start over. You are the master of your own universe. You can absolutely just toss this in the trash. Nobody will know. Who's gonna know? And start over. But then I was like, no, there's a way to fix this somehow. There's a way to make these ugly freaking splatter moths look cute. And like I said, the answer was layers. So using this stamp, which I hardly ever use, even though I really like it, as a backdrop to add some sort of text, I started thinking about, stuff that's like crucial, like the prompt is black and white, and what's black and white and red all over? I'll give you guys a second. It's not a sunburned zebra. It's a newspaper. I don't have newspaper, though. I was very sad. I thought I had newspaper in my stash, and I could not find it. I guess that's a nod to me to go support local print media. And by local print media and support, I mean go pick it up from the donut shop, because Austin has a free, newsprint magazine that they put in donut shops and coffee shops. So yeah, I'm gonna go pick up some more of those because I thought I had them. But in lieu of having newspaper, I used book paper. So I had some book pages. That's gonna save this. You're just gonna have to trust the process though, because we're not there yet. Obviously, we're still cutting up little bits of scrap lace. So in bonus news, I got to use those white paper scraps from my albums cut-offs, and also this ratty-tatty scrap piece of lace that I didn't really know what I was going to do with, because it's not actually lace. So it's just like that lace, curtain. It's the end of a lace curtain that has been roughly handled and mistreated. So yeah. So I was like, okay, what I will do is put it underneath and we'll have some texture. And then I was like, what if you cut it into the shape of wings? So this way it's like the silhouette of the moth carrying through. Then I was like, okay, now we're cooking with Crisco. So after that I was like, okay, so we're going to bring in this book page element and then again repeat this silhouette of this moth and do more with that. But instead of doing the entire piece, which I almost did because I was like, you could just cover up this ugly splatter moth, but I decided not to because I did it, so we might as well commit to it. I was like, we're going to do an outline. That's how we're saving this. This is the piece de resistance that will salvage this entire project for me. Because even at this point when I had the lace down, I was like, okay, it's all right. It's fine. It's not great. It was fine. So I was like, okay, yeah. And it's not even like the black and white, the monochromatic sort of scheme was a challenge. And I didn't have to stick to that either. That wasn't mandated in the prompt. I could have just used the colors and then been like, here's a big old splat of color, which I wanted to do. I'm telling you, when I stamped out those, the background image, I was like, what if you just did a big splotch of pink or green in the background? Wouldn't that be fun? And the answer is yes. It would in fact be fun. It would be very fun. But I, like I said, have said before, am a particularly literal person sometimes. So yeah, the prompt to the letter was what I went with here, and that's how we ended up with a completely monochromatic piece, a completely black and white piece, which I love and am very excited to have. Even though it doesn't look like anything else I've made so far, it does make my little heart happy. So there is something to be said about committing to the bit. But I will say, I watched Belle's video about a week ago. It was a while back. At least at the beginning of this week, where she talked about her project and having to come away and then come back because she was frustrated with the process. And I can't stress enough how important that is. You don't have to be like me and power through things, because sometimes I will walk away. I absolutely did, because what you guys didn't see here in the editing is that I did those splatter moths one day and then came back the next day to be like, okay, you hate this, but how can you fix it? Because you have to fix it. You have to put a video out. So that's where I was. But you can absolutely walk away and come back if you're getting frustrated with your projects. There's no harm in that. And if something's not working when you get back to it and it's still not working, it's okay to let it go. I know that like sometimes we make things precious by being like, well, I used really expensive paper, or like I used this material that I don't have a lot of, so if I throw this away, it's just a waste. And nothing's a waste in the crafting game. Mistakes are normal. Mistakes are how we learn. And as my Lord and Savior, some of you might believe, Bob Ross says, every mistake is a happy accident. And you know, it's not something to punish yourself for. It's just something to sort of adapt and evolve with and learn from, so that you can grow as a creative. And I think sometimes we get bogged down in the creative process by trying to be like, okay, if I didn't get this exactly how I envisioned, then, you know, it's no good, and I have to sort of accept that as a failure. But it's not a failure if you learned from it. And I think that's sort of the most important thing. And then also being able to give yourself the grace to sort of walk away and come back and be like, okay, like I was getting frustrated, things were coming out how I wanted to, so if I step away, let myself cool off, come back to Zen, when I approach it again, I can come see it with new eyes and new ideas. And usually that's what I find happens, is that when I walk away from something that's frustrating me, by the time I get back to it, I've already thought of like how I'm going to salvage it. I've calmed down, you know, I'm not like caught up in the stress or the tension of the moment. So like, yeah, just walk away from stuff if it's not working for you. Don't beat yourself up and force yourself to get through stuff, because I didn't do this all in one go. This was not like a sit here and stubborn it out until I finished kind of thing. This was a multi-part process, as you can tell by the 900 cuts, because I didn't know where this was going. I did not know if I would like it. And then every one of these steps I was like, well, I like this, which means I have to do this on every single one of these pieces. So I had to course cut away, because I was like, I cannot make them watch me outline butterflies with Sharpie for 10 minutes, because it did not take me that long, but it felt like that in my heart. So yeah, so then like I said, I remembered that I had these little tiny words, so I was like, oh, these are perfect too, because the Halloween ones are black and white. So I picked out the ones that I thought were most appropriate. To be fair, most of them are Halloween, so they're not on theme, but I did find some words that I liked to add to it, and I thought that just brought the whole piece to life. It made it was finished. It was the piece de resistance. I love how these came out, actually, now that I'm looking at them again here on camera. I really like these. Would I do like a whole book in this black and white theme? No, I don't think I could manage. Because, yeah, as much as I like this, no. But actually, no, that's a lie. I'm going to take that back. I can manage. That's a spoiler for people on Patreon who haven't seen it yet, because I've been slacking. I've been sick, but I am feeling better. So, at any rate, that is everything I have to say. Come back and see what we do tomorrow on hashtag Moths in the Scratic. Make sure you check out the hashtag and see what everybody else is making, or check out the playlist in the description box below. And then let me know what you guys think. How did you conquer this prompt, if you're doing the prompts with me? Or are you going to try this? See if you can get this one done, make it look nicer than I made it? Let me know. Until then, guys, happy crafting. I appreciate your faces, and goodbye.